Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Most doctors believe that MDR-TB means injections, 18 to 24 months of treatment, and severe toxicity. But that concept is now outdated. In this video, I will explain the latest MDR-TB treatment guidelines, including new all-oral regimes, drug combinations, duration, and exam-oriented points you must know for MBBS, FCPS, and MRCP exams. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand that what exactly is MDR-TB, why injectable regimes are obsolete, new WHO recommended all oral regimes, drug choices, duration and monitoring, and common mistakes which examiners love to test. First of all, let's know that what is MDR-TB. MDR-TB or multi-drug resistant TB is defined as resistance to at least isoniazid and rifampicin with or without resistance to other first-line drugs. An exam tip is resistance to rifampicin alone is treated same as MDR-TB. Now the question is why old regimes are no longer used. Previously, MDR-TB treatment involved injectable drugs, for example, amikacin and kanamycin, and the treatment duration was 18 to 24 months. There was high rate of ototoxicity and nephrotoxicity. Due to poor outcome and severe side effects, WHO has now shifted completely to all oral regimes. Another exam tip is injectable agents are no longer recommended in treatment of MDR-TB. The cornerstone of modern MDR-TB treatment is all oral regimes using new, more effective drugs. Group A drugs are most important. These are the highest priority drugs and should be used whenever possible. These include Bedaquiline, Linezolid, levofloxacin, or moxifloxacin. Another example is Group A drugs form the backbone of MDR-TB treatment. Then comes Group B drugs. These include clofazimine, cycloserine, or terazidone. And Group C drugs include ethambutol, delamanid, pyrazinamide, imipenem, cilastatin, and amikacin. A typical MDR-TB regime includes at least 4 effective drugs, usually bedaquiline, linezolid, fluoroquinolone plus 1 or 2 additional agents, and the duration of treatment has been significantly shortened. For standard MDR-TB, the duration of treatment is 9 to 12 months, and longer regimes are of 18 months duration. It is given if the disease is extensive or resistant pattern is complex. Another exam tip is duration depends on drug susceptibility and clinical response. One of the biggest advances in MDR-TB treatment is introduction of short and highly effective regimes, which include BPaL regime and BPaLM regime. BPaL regime includes bedaquiline, pretomanid, and linezolid, and the duration of treatment is 6 months. It is used for highly resistant TB. BPaLM regime includes bedaquiline, pretomanid, linezolid, and moxifloxacin. Another exam tip is that these regimes are injectable free and have short course. Now let's discuss the important side effects of MDR-TB regime. First of all, let's discuss about linezolid. So the common side effect of linezolid includes bone marrow suppression, peripheral neuropathy, and optic neuropathy. The common side effect of bedaquiline includes QT prolongation, so ECG monitoring is required. And for cycloserine, the important side effects are neuropsychiatric effects and seizures. Another exam tip is always mention monitoring when discussing MDR-TB drugs. Now let's discuss the common mistakes which can be easily avoided. These include continuing injectable drugs unnecessarily, using fewer than 4 effective drugs, ignoring the drug to drug interactions, and poor monitoring for toxicity. Now, let me tell you how to answer in exam. In your medicine exam, especially FCPS or Viva exam, always structure your answer like this. Define MDR-TB, mention all oral regimes preference, name group A drugs, state the duration, and add one line on monitoring. If this video helped you, please like and share it with your colleagues and subscribe to my channel for exam-oriented internal medicine content and watch my previous video on new TB guideline. The link is in the description.